For centuries, the British monarchy has reigned supreme, an enduring symbol of power, tradition, and continuity that has captivated the world's imagination. 1,000 years of history unfold like a grand tapestry, woven with threads of unparalleled glory, scandalous intrigue, and revolutionary upheaval. It is a narrative that encompasses epic battles and whispered conspiracies, golden ages of prosperity, and periods of profound social and political turmoil, all witnessed by the ever-present crown. Our journey begins in the mists of time, when these Emerald Isles were home to vibrant Celtic tribes, fierce warriors with painted faces and flowing hair, who clashed with the disciplined legions of the Roman Empire. For centuries, Roman rule held sway, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape with roads, fortifications, and a legacy of Roman law. However, the Roman Empire eventually withdrew, leaving behind a fragmented and vulnerable landscape. Into this power vacuum emerged the Anglo-Saxons, seafaring warriors from across the North Sea who swept across the land, establishing kingdoms and forging a distinct English identity. These fierce and adaptable people brought with them their own languages, customs, and beliefs, laying the foundation for the England we know today. Figures like Alfred the Great, a courageous and cunning king who fought off Viking invaders and inspired a spirit of resistance, played a pivotal role in laying the foundations for a unified England. But the year 1066 would forever alter the course of English history. In a dramatic clash of wills and armies, William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, a man of iron will and relentless ambition, successfully asserted his claim to the English throne. The decisive victory at the Battle of Hastings, a bloody and brutal conflict, marked the beginning of the Norman conquest, a period of profound transformation. Norman influence permeated every aspect of English society, from the language spoken in the courts to the architectural style of the castles that now dotted the landscape. These imposing fortresses, symbols of Norman power and control, rose across the land, a stark reminder of the new order that had been established. The Plantagenet dynasty was a period of turbulent ambition and relentless conflict, a time of both glorious achievements and devastating setbacks. Richard the Lionheart, a legendary warrior king known for his courage and charisma, embarked on crusades to the Holy Land, his deeds of valor echoing through the ages. However, it was his successor, King John, a capricious and tyrannical ruler who faced a turning point. Confronted with growing discontent and rebellion amongst his barons, John was ultimately forced to acknowledge limits to his power. In 1215, at Runnymede, he reluctantly signed the Magna Carta, a momentous act that enshrined fundamental rights and liberties, marking a pivotal moment in the evolution of English law and the gradual shift towards a more constitutional form of governance. The Tudors, a dynasty that would irrevocably reshape the very fabric of English society, arrived on the scene. Henry VIII, a charismatic yet ruthless king, driven by ambition and a tempestuous personal life, broke with the Catholic Church, an act that sent shockwaves across Europe and reverberated throughout English society. This seismic shift, known as the English Reformation, not only redefined the religious landscape of the nation, but also had profound political and social consequences, shaking the very foundations of the established order. Monasteries were dissolved, power shifted from the Pope to the Crown, and England embarked on a new course, embracing Protestantism and asserting its independence on the world stage. His daughter, Elizabeth I, a brilliant and enigmatic queen, possessed a shrewd political mind, a captivating charisma, and a deep understanding of her people. She ushered in a golden age, a period of unprecedented exploration, naval dominance, and flourishing arts that saw England rise to prominence on the world stage. The Elizabethan era witnessed a flowering of literature, with Shakespeare and Marlowe gracing the stage, while daring voyages of discovery, spearheaded by figures like Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh, expanded England's horizons and established its global influence. The Stuart kings, however, faced a different destiny. James I, a staunch believer in the divine right of kings, a doctrine that asserted his absolute authority derived directly from God, clashed repeatedly with Parliament, a growing force in English politics. This clash of wills, fueled by differing views on governance, religion, and royal prerogative, created an atmosphere of increasing tension and mistrust. This simmering conflict eventually erupted into a bloody civil war, pitting the forces of the king against those of Parliament. Years of bitter fighting ensued, leaving the nation scarred and divided. The culmination of this tumultuous period was the execution of King Charles I, a shocking event that sent tremors through Europe and challenged the very foundations of monarchy. It served as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked royal power and the growing strength of parliamentary authority. The monarchy was restored, but the delicate balance of power had irrevocably shifted. The Glorious Revolution of 1688, a remarkable and largely bloodless coup, saw the ascension of William and Mary, marking a pivotal turning point in English history. This event, driven by a confluence of political and religious anxieties, witnessed the peaceful overthrow of King James II, a Catholic monarch whose policies had deeply alarmed the Protestant majority and alienated Parliament. William and Mary, upon accepting the crown, agreed to a Bill of Rights, a landmark document that enshrined key principles of parliamentary sovereignty, such as the right to free speech in Parliament, the prohibition of cruel and unusual punishment, and the right to petition the monarch. This effectively established a constitutional monarchy, where the power of the king was no longer absolute, but rather constrained by the laws of the land and the authority of Parliament. The Glorious Revolution proved to be a watershed moment, laying the foundation for a system of government that would continue to evolve and shape the course of British history for centuries to come. The Georgian era witnessed a remarkable transformation of Britain, propelling it onto the world stage as a dominant global power. This period, named after the Hanoverian kings who ascended the throne, was characterized by significant expansion and a burgeoning sense of national identity. King George III, though grappling with periods of mental illness, presided over this era of profound change. His reign witnessed the American Revolution, a tumultuous period that challenged British authority and reshaped the global political landscape. Yet, despite this setback, the British Empire continued to expand, asserting its influence across the globe through trade, colonization, and military might. His successor, Queen Victoria, ascended the throne in 1837, ushering in an era that would be indelibly marked by her name: the Victorian Age. This period was a time of unprecedented change, characterized by the rapid industrialization that transformed Britain from an agrarian society into a global industrial powerhouse. The roar of steam engines echoed across the land. Factories sprang up, and cities swelled with new populations drawn by the promise of work. This period also witnessed significant social reforms, including the abolition of slavery, a movement that garnered widespread support and reflected a growing sense of moral conscience. The expansion of voting rights, though gradual, marked a significant step towards a more democratic society. However, the Victorian era was also a time of stark contrasts. The burgeoning wealth of the industrial age was often accompanied by widespread poverty and social inequality. The British Empire, at its zenith, stretched across vast swathes of the globe, from the sun-drenched colonies of India to the far-flung reaches of Africa and beyond. This imperial dominance, while a source of national pride, also brought with it significant ethical dilemmas and social challenges. The 20th century, a period of unprecedented global upheaval, presented the British monarchy with a series of unprecedented challenges. Two devastating world wars, each a crucible of human suffering and sacrifice, tested the institution's resilience and its ability to connect with a nation grappling with profound social and political changes. King George VI, a reluctant monarch thrust into the spotlight by the abdication of his brother, unexpectedly found himself leading the nation through the darkest hours of World War II. Despite his initial shyness and the immense weight of responsibility, he rallied the British people with his unwavering resolve and dignified leadership. His wartime broadcasts, delivered with a calm assurance that belied the gravity of the situation, provided a much-needed sense of unity and hope during a time of immense hardship and uncertainty. His courageous leadership, alongside that of his wife, Queen Elizabeth, earned him the enduring affection and respect of the British people. His daughter, Elizabeth II, ascended the throne in 1952, embarking on a reign that would span 7 decades, the longest in British history. Witnessing profound social, political, and technological transformations, her reign spanned the end of the British Empire, a period of decolonization that reshaped the global political landscape, the Cold War, a period of ideological and geopolitical tension that cast a long shadow over the world, and the dawn of a new millennium, an era of unprecedented globalization and technological advancement. The modern monarchy navigates a complex and ever-changing world, striving to maintain its relevance and connection to the British people. While the grandeur of past eras may seem distant, the monarchy continues to serve as a powerful symbol of national unity, a constant amidst the flux and uncertainty of modern life. The monarchy plays a multifaceted role in contemporary British society. From grand state occasions such as the Trooping the Colour and the state opening of Parliament, where the monarchy performs ceremonial functions that resonate with a sense of national pride and tradition, to the more intimate and personal engagements with communities across the country, the monarchy strives to connect with the public on a human level. The royal family actively participates in a wide range of charitable endeavors, supporting numerous causes and raising awareness for important social issues. This philanthropic work not only reflects the values of compassion and service, but also helps to maintain a positive public image and strengthen the bond between the monarchy and its people. As we look to the future, the monarchy faces a complex and uncertain landscape. In an increasingly democratic and secular society, questions about its relevance and its role in a modern Britain are inevitable. Concerns about the cost of maintaining the monarchy, its connection to historical injustices, and its place in a diverse and multicultural society are frequently debated. Yet, despite these challenges, the enduring presence of the monarchy speaks volumes about its enduring fascination. It remains a powerful symbol of national identity, a link to the past, and a source of enduring fascination, not just for Britons, but for people across the globe. The monarchy's history is inextricably intertwined with the history of Britain itself, shaping its culture, its politics, and its place in the world. From the Norman conquest to the Elizabethan age, from the Industrial Revolution to the modern era, the monarchy has witnessed and in some ways influenced every major turning point in British history.